All right, it's the Bright Queen. Can I comment in my own thing? No. I was about to say, can I like pin a comment so I don't have to like say shit again? All right, I'm not gonna be looking at the chat too much. It's an incoming like message and I have to get it out because it's literally like all over me. The song that was coming in was I think it's called Over Me by Monica. I got love all over me, and every touch, every part of me. Ooh, ooh, I got that song. That song was coming to me. It feels like this kind of like fevered, kind of like frenzied feeling. Like I'm hearing someone is like in their primal state, like an animal, you know, when they're like, when they've like seen like the one they want and they go like it, like the peacock like puts out its like feathers and it's like poosh, like that's how it feels. It's very intense and I was like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Feeling like this, and my guidance was to like get it out, like speak it out, and like that way it can like clear. It's so hot. I feel so hot, like I'm like flushed. So someone is like having like a reaction to someone else and it's like they can't shake it can't be gone, and it's like ah. So like I said, I got the song love all over me. I can't even talk. See, Love All Over Me by Monica. Hungry Eyes again. I mentioned this the other night, Thursday. I don't recall. No, it's the live where it's called This Was like the Divine Timing Brought You Here. I've been wanting to do like a long form video, but when I was trying to sit down and do it, like I wasn't seeing how they wanted me to do it. I couldn't figure out like how they wanted me to do it, what they wanted me to talk about. And so I felt like the guidance was just to kind of just like rest and just surrender. And that's been a big deal. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this energy is very strong because I heard a big D. So we'll just keep going. I always select this is not for children. My audience is not for children, but of course I will still speak in code words. But it's very intense. It's very, like I said, like animal, raw, like primal kind of energy. I always see that movie, The Shape of Water, with that creature and how they like communicated with like sign language. It's like beyond like words. This energy, like I said, it was out the other day in that Divine Timing Brought You Here video, because I was talking about the song Hungry Eyes and how it's like the eyes communicated, like the eyes are hungry for this. It's very intense, very sexual. Yes, if anybody like, you know, is into like fantasy novels and, you know, fantasy in general, like kind of how they describe like wolves and how wolves, the shifters who are wolves have that like primal kind of like energy about them, like very tough, very like ah, you know what I mean? Hold on, let me remove this person. Okay, there we go. Yes, and I'm hearing like, I don't like to say stuff like this, but this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like be careful of like, oh, I just heard a horn beep of I keep losing my train of thought. Like interference. Like I feel like, you know, when people are like in this state, like if you think about Twilight and the shifting wolves in that movie and in those movies and books, it's like when they're like in their kind of like animal state, like they're very easily like triggered. So whoever this is about could be like set off at like any old little thing. And I'm hearing this could be like a fairly calm person. Like this could be someone who's very like calm usually, and like they don't lose their shit, and it's like today they're losing their shit. And I honestly feel like this is more than just a day. I'm feeling 3 days, 3 days straight of like this intense kind of like energy, like consuming them. So yeah, Love All Over Me by Monica. Hungry Eyes, I forget who it's by, but we know the song. I got the song Look What I Found from A Star Is Born, and just that movie in general, A Star Is Born. And like I said, Dirty Dancing, A Star Is Born. I got the song A Waltz for a Night from that movie Before Sunset. Yeah, what is this on my chin? Yeah, that movie Before Sunset. It's like, let me teach you a waltz about this lovely one night stand. Let me teach you a waltz. You meant to me so much more than the man before. It's like, it was like a one-time thing. It's like something that happened once, or something that was very brief, and it's like, ugh, like taking this person and like, ugh, like they've been struck, you know, they've been struck. You can kind of think of like, fuck, like what's something that's not Twilight? My brain is, I'm telling you, like this person, whoever this is, it's like, I can't think of anything, and I feel like this person like has like responsibilities, like things to do, you know, and it's like nothing is getting done, or they've ordered the wrong something, like they you know. Yes. I'm trying to think of what I was about to say. Oh yeah, I was looking for an example of what I'm talking about. Let me think of a movie. Does anybody have like a movie idea? Hold on. Let me remove this person. Yeah, see, it's like these little bugs in the chat. Some people are high. What's it, Nina's? But like there's people in the chat that are like bugging and like sending like this like negative energy. And so I feel like whoever this person is, it's like they're literally having like a spiritual awakening after seeing someone. Like it's like a shift in their energy, and it's like these little bugs are kind of sent in by the Matrix to kind of like block them from that. And I am getting an example. I'm getting The Truman Show. That's one of my favorite movies ever, The Truman Show. And they've set up his life so that he's with this one particular girl. Like they want him to be with this blonde lady. And so like they keep on like contriving and forcing like him to be with her. It's like it's all been set up. And he goes to the library. I think it's the first time he sees her, and it's instantly like he feels that thing. And what I'm talking about is way more intense than how Truman reacted, but let's just use this as an example, because this kind of gives this, what I'm talking about with these bugs and like mosquito people kind of coming in. Because he feels this connection for her. He becomes curious about her, intrigued by her. And once they like, the showrunners of the Truman Show like notice that he's kind of like getting off the path that they've set for him, they send in like his friends shows up with a 6-pack, or like they put in a wall and they like block all this stuff. They literally come and like they send a random person to like kidnap her off the beach, and they tell Truman, oh, she's crazy, she escaped from so and so, and she's trying to tell him the truth. Like they send in like these little spy people. That's what I'm feeling. But I also feel like this person, like the state that they're in, like because it's truth, like this awakening, it's like reminded them of something. Like I feel like Truman like saw something in her that like alerted him that he was being fucked with. And so like once that's activated, there's nothing they can do. Like I remember in a Truman Show, like they thought they had got him because he saw like his dad as an extra who they told him died, in a fucking drowning, and he saw his dad again. And so he was like, where the fuck is my dad? That was my dad. And they're like, no, Truman, like, you just need to calm down, relax about it. And so, like, he kind of like goes along with it. Like, he goes along with, you know, the whole shebang. And then, like, one night they're like, how long's he been in the basement? And then you see, like, he's dug that tunnel out the whole time, like he never forgot about it. Because when the truth awakens and when it comes out, like, there's nothing that can stop it. There's nothing that could ever, like, send it back from, like, how it was. I'm also hearing this was, like, in the Matrix as well, like the literal Matrix movies, where, like, there was a point where, like, he forgot or something, like, what happened, but he never forgot. Like, it was all, it's, once it's exposed, once you get that hit of the truth, you can never go back. I've been seeing a lot of motorcycles. But yes, anyways, that movie, Before Sunset, the song, A Waltz for a Night, Hungry Eyes, Look What I Found, From a Star Is Born, Love All Over Me. But yes, the motorcycles, it's like somebody coming in fast. And also something about motorcycles that I've been seeing anyways, it's just one person on them. It's like somebody coming in solo. A motorcycle is way more exposed. It's vulnerable. You don't have the car, you know, around you kind of like to protect you. And so it's like somebody's coming in and they've left all their shit. They've left all their baggage and shit. And they're literally coming solo. And I'm hearing that's very important to note. They're coming in solo. Because like I was saying before, like the Matrix sent in like these little bugs, these people to like plant in seeds of doubt and to like gaslight this person into like behaving how they want to behave and trying to control this person. And so the motorcycle with the one person on there represents like, I've left all that shit. I'm not bringing this person or these people who've tried to fuck with me along with me. Motorcycles remind me of the Knight of Swords card, a person who knows the truth and they're very determined and nothing is going to stop them from like accessing what they know is true. It's literally like that scene in the Truman Show, right? Where he's on that boat and they sent all those, they drew everything they can at him. Like they fuck up the waves and they send in these big ass storms, everything they can. And they're like, Truman, like, what if you're wrong? Like, what if you're wrong? And this is real, you know, and this is your real life. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Drown me, bitch. Like, he's like, you drown me if you want. Like, bring it on. Like, what are you gonna do? Kill me? Like, he's like, I'd rather die than like continue to live like this. And he keeps going, he keeps going, he keeps going. And I believe there's a point where like they think he drowned, but he didn't. He pops up and he does indeed like get to that wall. He hits the end of that stage, basically. Like he the cage, honestly, he hits the wall of the cage and he walks up like this staircase. It looks like a staircase in the sky, like a staircase to heaven. And he tells them the thing that he's like said the whole time of like good morning, and in case I don't see you later, good afternoon and good night, like something like that, like to close it out, a final like closing out of something. But yeah, that a motorcycle reminds me of that. It reminds me of the Knight of Swords. It reminds me of the Chariot card 7, if you've been seeing the number 7. It reminds me of, excuse me, whenever the energy is like, when I'm channeling, I always belch and like my sinuses usually start draining, so excuse me. It reminds me of something else, 8 of Wands card. And I keep feeling this energy of like, this person has had to like persevere through something. Like it, like once this was activated in here, like I'm hearing like for sure, I'm hearing him. So definitely somebody that's a man or a masculine person. There was definitely like a retaliation, something like against this person to kind of like stop them. I'm feeling like somebody like touched my arm just now when I was saying that. Whew. Something else I wanted to say. I was sitting here driving because I'm on a way to get some food, and this energy was just like coming in, like I said, these songs just channeling in like very strong, like I couldn't stop it, like a tidal wave. And I was trying to get to this very specific place to park, because I was like, oh, I can just park down there. And there kept being like traffic, like it was just fucking getting on my nerves. And I know it's 5 o'clock, but like I live in the suburbs. It just pisses me off that there's traffic in the suburbs. I don't get it. I'm moving soon. But anyways, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna park here. Like maybe I'm not meant to go to where I always go to, and all of this stuff is connected. And so I look to my right on the road, and I'm like, okay, like I can just park here. I never think about this lot. And I turn and I look at the stores in this lot, and it's literally, I'll show you, Swans. It's literally Swans, Taylor Cleaner. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Not it being Swans, because you know, swans, you know, they're a huge sign of these like very divine counterpart connections. Swans, I've been seeing them popping about. Twilight was mentioned. Her name is Isabella Swan. Like swans, I'm hearing they mate for life. I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm just gonna use what I'm feeling. They mate for life, and like they go through a transformation, you know, like the ugly duckling. They go through a transformation. They have like these trials, but I'm also feeling like once they get together, like they are too fucking together, you know what I mean, like till fucking death, you know. And that goes back to like what I was saying before about like this animalistic, this kind of primal energy. A few weeks ago, I was trying to find a place to get my toes done. And it was just very spontaneous. I had these very spontaneous urges to do something. And my guidance was to go to this very specific area and just choose somewhere new. And it's connected to what I was just saying about like not going to the parking lot that I've gone to before, where I've been before. And so I would look up like ones on my phone in the area, and then I would go there and the energy would be off. I'd be like, this is not the place. I'm not supposed to be here. And finally I just like trusted my intuition to go to this place that was further than how far I'd already driven, but I just trusted my instincts. And so I went there, and I was sitting in the chair like getting my pedicure, and on this TV screen was this kind of like animal, you know, those nature animal shows, like a little documentary thing, like Deep Inside the Sea, you know, like type of shit like that. But this video in particular, it was literally talking about mates in nature. Like that was the whole video. Like it took me a while to like catch up with it, because you know it was silent, it was muted, and like I just caught it like in the middle. Like they didn't show the title or anything, like what it was about and the subtitles. And that's all it was. It was going over like these different types of sharks and how they mate, and it was going over these different type of otters and squids, and like just all these different animals in nature. And a lot of them were saying like they mate for life. And I was surprised, because I feel like we've kind of been like taught, like, you know, I feel like people can name like a handful of animals that like mate for life, you know, like it's emphasized. So it's like this idea that it's kind of like this rare thing, like, you know, that animals typically just fuck around, you know. And so it's rare when it mates for life. But it was in this documentary thing, it was so many different types of species that like stayed together. It was these like slimy ass fish that were like seals. They looked fucking gross, but it was like showing them like they go out and they hunt and they go in their cave and they be booed up. It'd be the one fish, two fish, and they just be right there together in a little cave under the water together. Oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot, and the air is on too. Like I'm just like, I'm so flushed. I'm so flushed. Oh my gosh. But I think the point of all this is to say that times have changed, and there's these codes are like pouring in, and it's a time of like, because I feel with this person, whoever this person is that's like feeling this intensity, they are scared, at least right now anyways. They're scared. It's a lot of fear, because it's like, I feel like this is asking a lot from them. It's asking a lot. Like, you know, those people who be like, I'm in service of the Lord, you know? And then like the Lord is like, okay, give me that watch. It's like, hold on. I ain't saying nothing about the watch. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's like they're being asked to basically like leave everything, and I'm hearing like make an ass of themselves. Like they're afraid of embarrassing themselves, because it's like, you know, it's like you go up to a stranger like, and you like tell them this stuff. Like I keep seeing so many flickering images in my mind's eye. Settle on one, please. Yeah, I'm hearing like whoever this person is that they're attracted to, I feel like they don't know them that well. Like they don't know them that well. I feel like they know who they are, obviously, but I feel like they're not like best friends with them. You know how like you have a best friend or person you're like tight with, you could like call them at 3 a.m. and like tell them something dumb, and like they'd be like, oh, it's okay, like this is Steve, like it's just Steve, you know? Like they kind of like, they have a lot of grace with you. But what they're being asked to do, this person I'm talking about, like they need to tell like really deep, strong shit to a person who they barely know. And it's this fear of like making an ass of themselves. And it's also this feeling of like, I don't know if I'll be able to take it, like if I get rejected, or like I do this all for nothing. Like I give everything up, and I blow all of this out of proportions. Like it's this type of feeling. And it's also a fear of this energy within itself. Like 522, like I've never felt this way before. I'm telling you, this is someone who's like responsible. Like this is someone like I feel like people would never expect to like do something like this. Like they're very like consistent person. It's reminding me of that show, the OA, which stands for the Original Angels. And they're like, they meet, what's her name, Perry. They meet her, and she just changes everything with her story, and the vibration she brings, the energy she carries just shifts all these like 5 people, I think, their lives change. And one of these people is a teacher. She's a teacher. I think she's in like her 50s, like early 50s. And she's very like responsible. She's very mature, and like plays by the rules, does things as they should, like as she should. And then like it comes out that she's hanging out late at night in this abandoned house with this weird ass girl, Perry, and like kids from high school. And people are like, why are you hanging out with children from high school? You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, it's not what they think. It's not what they think. She's actually doing like very great work, like the work of God, and like very honest and integrity like work. But like to the, you know, people around her, like it's like her, like I wouldn't expect her to be like doing something like this. That's so out of like societal's like control or rules. That's what I'm feeling. It's like somebody that you wouldn't expect. I'm seeing like a lot of stuff. I'm seeing that show or that movie, what's it called? It's with Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Steve Carell. I mentioned Steve. Is there somebody named Steve? I mentioned Steve earlier. What the fuck is that movie called? Love, something about love. It's basically in that movie, I'm pretty sure like he like leaves his wife or like takes time off from his like marriage or something, and like tries to go out and like be a player or something. Like, you wouldn't expect him. Like, he's held it down. He's so responsible. And then, like, he ends up, like, being out at parties late with Ryan Gosling's character, who's, like, he's this hot shot, like, handsome guy. Like, why are you hanging out around him? Like, there's, like, something like that. Yeah. Thank you for the likes. I'm hearing they need you. And I'm hearing the angels are watching. Yeah, I just felt a little tingle when I said that. And like, they need you to do this. That's what I'm telling you. Like, there's a sense of intense urgency. They need this to be done. It's very important that this person acts on what they're being guided to act on. Because when I turn into this parking lot, oh my God, on this sign it says Dream Smile Team. Dream Smile Team. It's like a team. And you might have even, this person might have even like gotten this like in their dreams. Like, in their dreams, somebody appeared, a guide or something, to tell them like, you need to do this. Like, this sense of urgency even in their dreams. But when I turned into this parking lot, there was a man, and he was standing outside the store. I think it's called Worley's Golf Shop, or this pet salon. I think it was the Golf Shop. And he was like smoking a cigarette, and he like looked at me like when I was turning in, and I felt like he like saw me, like knew who I was. Like, you know, like those people who are like angels, you know, and like just happened to be somewhere. He felt like that. He felt like he just was here and like was watching me. Like, he knew what this was going on. I don't know. I'm telling you, there's a lot to this. And I feel like I'm feeling right now that a lot has led up to this. Like, a lot of stuff has gone into this. Okay. I'm gonna sit a minute and make sure there's nothing else I need to say, and then I'm gonna close out. Okay, I'm already hearing stuff. I'm hearing like, although this is like pre-planned, you can't pre-plan this. You can't control this. You have to let go and surrender to this. Because like I said today, I felt like there was something needing to be said. But when I tried to do it this like neat kind of way, like in my room, and set everything up just so, like, you know, and prepare in this kind of like very specific kind of way, it wasn't right. Not until this like very like divine thing happened, because I wasn't even planning on eating out and going to this place. And like I was very spontaneous in the moment. In fact, it was suggested to me by my mother. So it's like that. It's like, this is something, you can't plan this, you can't control this, and it's intentionally this way so that like it can't be interfered with. This has to be just acted on based on instinct. And I'm hearing the animals know something. Like, they know a thing or two about this. And that's why I keep relating this to like this primal instinct that animals have. Like, there is something that keeps it sacred and pure, that it's acted on via instinct and not in this kind of very controlled kind of way. Like we're taught to. I'm hearing like there's some sort of distortion with that, like how we're taught to kind of do things, you know, within reason, because I know like this could be taken a different way. But I'm seeing an example with like the Notebook, you know, the movie, the book, and how like Noah, he sees Allie and he's like, okay, and he goes right up to her and it's like, do you want to dance? I want to dance with you. Like, it's very direct, it's very spontaneous in the moment. It keeps it pure. Like, there's no time and there's no chance for any interference to occur. Yeah. I'm seeing a pearl, black pearl, pearl. I'm hearing the song Love is Embarrassing by Olivia Rodrigo. There's this, I'm telling you, there's this huge fear of like embarrassing themselves. Like, what if this is like a fluke? I'm feeling all these things just because I'm horny, or like, yeah, there's this person on his motorcycle. I told you, motorcycles. And it's like one of those high up ones that it always reminds me of the movie Baby Boy, where he's like on that bike with the high handlebars. It's like swag. It's very like stunting, you know, look at me, you know. And like I said, like, that's how animals are in nature. They like show off in this very kind of like extravagant kind of way. And I feel like there's like a lot of like shame in that now. Like, there's a lot of shame to it, or there's like this association that like if somebody comes rushing in, then it's probably just something that's temporary or fleeting. But this is not that, and that is not necessarily true. Like I said, these creatures that I talk about that behave in this very primal, instinctual kind of way, like, they mate for life based off of that instinct. And I'm hearing like that's why the instinct has been like muted and watered down, like, so that you can't feel it. Feelings being dulled, senses dulled, but something's activated it now. And whoever this person is, I have no doubt that they will follow it through to see its fulfillment, to see its end. It's so crazy. This person on his motorcycle, they just came and just stopped in front of me in the middle of the road for like the whole time I was saying that. And now they've just left. Very divine. Very divine. Okay.